Hello everybody, it's me, the Warrior Witch. That's not how I intro things. Hi, I'm the Warrior Witch and you can call me Nike. Let's talk about sneaky sigils. There can be a variety of reasons why you might want to hide sigils that you are using in your magical practice. Some of them being that you're in the broom closet, some of them being that they don't necessarily need to be seen, some of them being that the point is for something to be unseen, maybe in like a hiding something type of glamour magic. Whatever the reason is, I want to go over a few options to help people who, for whatever reason, may want their sigils to be hidden. Because, you know, some people will draw them on their body, they'll use, you know, pen and paper, lots of different ways, but I really like invisible sigils. And this can go for any sort of symbol, any sort of like wording you want to write. It doesn't have to be like just a sigil, it could be anything. So, the absolute easiest is of course going to be just drawing it in the air with your finger. I don't tend to go for this personally because I often will forget a part if I can't see it in some form at first, so I tend to go for the other methods if I'm going for an invisible sigil. But if you have a decent memory and you feel most comfortable, you could draw it in the air with your fingers, you could draw it in the air with your wand or your athame, lots of different options. You could even do it in smoke if you're able to use incense of any form. So you could use your incense stick to draw it in the air or cone or whatever. And that way you can still see it in the smoke and it dissipates immediately and no one will ever know it was there. Another easy one is water or oils. I like doing blessed waters and using that for cleansing, and I'll use a cleansing sigil on whatever I'm using. So if I'm cleaning my windows for part of cleansing, I'll draw it on the window with the water first, and then as I wipe it down, I envision it sort of spreading into everything and bringing that cleansing energy into the whole entire area. You can do this for floors, for walls, for any sort of surface that you could be cleaning with, any sort of cleaning solution you can magically charge to be cleansing, and then you draw the cleansing sigil with it. You can also do this with oils, but oils are a little bit harder because you don't necessarily want oil on everything. Like, you don't really want to clean with most oils. I'm talking like essential oils or magical oils because they tend to get things kind of greasy and gross. So you might not necessarily want to have it on things like windows, but you can do it on things like candles, or if you want to, if it is body safe, be very, very cautious with that because not all oils are entirely body safe, but if your oil is body safe, you could draw it on any part of your body. Some people will do psychic awareness and draw it on their forehead or possibly on their throat if they want to have it related to speech. You could do it over your heart, on your arms. As long as it's body safe, go for it. And it's really easy because you can see it and then you can rub it straight in and envision that sinking into you. Food is a great one, and this is really easily hidden. You could draw sigils with honey, with chocolate. I don't tend to like teas as much, but I really like things like chocolate milk and hot chocolate. So if you really just want to have a magical drink and have it be anything you want it to be, you know, draw it with some chocolate syrup, draw it with some honey if you like honey in your drinks, either, you know, tea or whatever. And that's a really easy way to put it in. And then you can drink up all that magical goodness. Now this one is less hidden in the sense that it won't be seen generally because, you know, with drinks it'll dissolve or you'll actually be actively consuming it. With oils and waters, you'll be rubbing it away. With incense, it's literally dissipating into the air. This one is technically visible, but it's more about places to keep it that won't be seen by most people except you. And this is usually in the form of drawing it or sewing it, but having it hidden in certain places. So I'll start with the sewing. I like to hand sew sigils into certain things, stitch it into your clothing, on the inside of a hat. You could even, hold on. I like to wear bandanas, and since mine tend to get folded over a couple of times, you could open it up, stitch something here, and then when you close it, no one will ever know it's there. So you could wear that for protection, for whatever you need for the day, strength, etc. Sew it onto a piece of clothing that you're gonna wear, and by wearing it, you're inherently hiding it. All right, so the camera died and we're losing light, so speed round. So we just covered putting it in your bandana, but this can apply to anything. So like in a thick beanie, you can get just the inside layer so it won't show through on the outside. You can even do it on the inside of like sleeves or for my fellow bisexuals who cuff your jeans, if you roll them up enough times, you could do it right at the bottom of the hem and then roll it up. There's also things like putting it on your socks or just inside your shoes, especially if you're putting it on a piece of paper. You can draw it on the soles of your shoes with markers, perhaps. There's lots and lots of ways if you just get a little bit creative to get them onto your person, on your clothes, wearing them in some form. The other fun way is on jewelry, and this you can do with oils if what you're wearing is able to have the oils on it without damage, because certain things will become damaged with oils. But if you get a large enough charm, you could draw on the back with water, draw on the back with oil, you could draw on the back with a marker, or just, you know, with a tiny little pencil or something, you know, just any little way that you can carry these sigils or symbols with you. And then the last category is electronically and on paper, because they kind of go together. So on paper, it's pretty much anywhere you can put a piece of paper. I mean, really, hiding a piece of paper is going to be easier. For those of you who may wear bras, you could put a piece of paper with a sigil in your bra. You can put it into the back of your phone case. So like for me, with my phone case, it's a solid color. So if I were to pop my phone out, I could put a piece of paper with a sigil in here, or just on the actual phone case itself. I could just draw it straight on with whatever method I want to use, as long as it won't damage the actual phone. And then, you know, you just put the phone back in and nobody's gonna be taking your phone case off, or at least I hope not. Nobody's ever taken my phone case off, so for me it would be a safe bet. There's also on a phone screen. Honestly, I know a lot of people who will use sigils as their phone lock screen background, so when you turn your phone on, the sigil's right there, whatever you need to use it for. It could be protection, it could be keeping your phone hidden, keeping the information hidden, whatever you need to do for it, or maybe a reminder of whatever intention you're going with throughout that day. And the great thing is you can change it up all the time, so you could have pictures of all of your sigils, and if you're using a specific energy that day, you just switch out your phone background and now you've got that sigil with you throughout the day. I also like to use sigils in my wallet. My favorite easy little charm is a bay leaf with a sigil on it that I just stick straight into my wallet. I have it in the clear area where my ID goes, and I just have it on the other side because both sides are clear. And so if I need a reminder, or if I really just want to give it a little extra boost or a little extra charge, I can just flip my wallet open to that clear part with the bay leaf with the sigil on it, and there you go, little money charm with me all day. There's lots of other sneaky ways you can get sigils into your life, but those are just the ones that I think of immediately. They don't have to be big, they don't have to be complex, they don't even have to take a lot of time to get where you want them to be. Just drawing them is usually the easiest thing for me, either with water or with oils or with a marker or a pencil, whatever way that works best for you. You know, it's pretty simple. So that's all I've got for you guys this week. Fairly short, fairly small. If you want to follow me, I've got Twitter, Instagram, I've got a Patreon if you want to continue supporting me, and if, you know, you want videos early and stuff, that's a cool way. I've got a Discord server, so if you want to come hang out with the community, sometimes I'm around and I'll chat with you guys too. It's pretty fun. We've got monthly activities going on right now, so come hang out. Have fun with the community. Find other witches with similar interests and stuff, you know. The good stuff. And I think that's it. Oh, and I have a podcast, so if you guys want to hear more of my beautiful voice, just tune into that. I've got all the links in the description. And that's all I've got for you guys this week. So I'll see you next time, and blessed be.